There's something interesting about people who struggle to trust others. Most people assume you're cold, or distant, or emotionally guarded. But the truth is usually very different. Because before all of that, you used to trust easily. You believed people the moment they spoke. You believed what people said. Their words felt simple, honest, and safe. You didn't question intentions. You assumed that most people meant well. You assumed honesty, because honesty once felt like the natural default, until you started noticing small inconsistencies, tiny details that didn't quite align with the story. You started paying attention, observing things you once ignored. You noticed the delays, replies that slowly turned into silence, the excuses, reasons that changed every time they were repeated, the contradictions, stories that no longer matched the actions behind them. And something changed. A quiet shift inside the way you see people. You stopped reacting instantly. You gave yourself time to think before responding. You started observing silently, listening more carefully than before. You pulled your energy back, no longer investing it everywhere, not out of anger, not out of bitterness either, but out of awareness, a deeper understanding of how people truly behave. Because trust, once shaken, rarely returns in the same form. It doesn't disappear, but it becomes more careful. Your mind began connecting patterns. Small moments started forming a bigger picture. Things other people ignored started standing out to you, details that quietly revealed the truth, a promise that sounded sincere, words that once felt convincing, but slowly turned into silence, leaving questions that answers never filled. A story that changed slightly each time it was told, different versions of the same explanation, a smile that didn't quite match the tone of someone's voice, expressions that felt slightly out of place. And over time, you realized something important, a realization that changed how you move through relationships. Words can be easy. Anyone can say the right thing in the moment. Consistency is rare because actions reveal far more than promises. That realization quietly rewired how you move through relationships. You became more aware of the energy around you. You began listening more than speaking, allowing people to show who they truly are, watching more than reacting, letting situations unfold before forming conclusions, letting time reveal things that conversation cannot. Because time quietly exposes what words try to hide. Because time exposes patterns. And patterns reveal the truth behind behavior. You observe people before opening up, carefully noticing how they treat others. Because you learned that trust must be earned. And that real connection grows through actions. And once someone earns it, you begin to open your world again. You become incredibly loyal. Because loyalty means everything to you. You remember who stayed when things were difficult. The people who remained when things were uncertain. You don't rush connections anymore. You allow relationships to develop naturally. You take your time, understanding that meaningful bonds grow slowly. You watch how people behave, not just how they speak. You listen more than you speak, giving space for honesty to appear. You notice patterns, the quiet repetition of behavior. You remember past experiences, the lessons they left behind. You protect your peace. Choosing calm over unnecessary conflict, you choose carefully who enters your world. Because not everyone deserves that access. Because trust once broken changes you. It reshapes the way you understand people. But it also makes you wiser, more aware of what truly matters. You stop chasing people, allowing them to move freely if they choose. You let them reveal who they really are through time and behavior and consistency. And the right people stay without needing to be convinced, because real trust grows slowly, built through patience and honesty. And that kind of trust lasts. stronger than the trust you once gave too easily. So now I'm curious, are you someone who trusts easily, or are you someone who started noticing the patterns? Let me know in the comments. And if this video helped you understand yourself a little better, consider subscribing to the channel. Because here we explore the psychology behind human behavior, one insight at a time. Because sometimes the most powerful thing you can develop is the instinct to see what others miss. Welcome to Mirror Instincts.